Coming up on the Dolphin Channel News, we'll explore the job outlooks for graduates and give you a first-hand look at art in and around Jacksonville. Welcome back to a new semester at Jacksonville University. I'm Ethan Wallhausen, bringing you news from your school and your community. With the final semester on the horizon for many graduating seniors, the job hunt is at the forefront of many minds.
I think the job outlook is certainly looking better than it was last year.
According to the National Association of Colleges and Employers, employers expect to hire 12% more college graduates than last year. One competitive advantage JU students have over students graduating from a non-liberal arts college is their communication skills, their ability to speak, write, and solve problems. The director of the Career Development Center, Devin Coughlin, says JU's core curriculum is a selling point for many students preparing for the workforce.
There are more varied types of positions starting to become available for students. In the past, I think some of the positions that were available were very typical entry-level types of positions, and you'll see a lot more varied types of roles for this year's class.
With a positive outlook on the job market, Misha Freeman has confidence in finding employment after graduation.
I feel like a lot of the jobs that are available today are because of, like, when you get a good candidate, a lot of times it's through a referral. It's not through a resume. It's not through like a blank call. Like, a lot of the times it's like, hey, I know this guy and I think that he'd be excellent. And that usually weighs really heavy in an employer's mind.
Using incentives, 80% of companies are operating through the bonus structure, meaning the better performance a company has throughout a quarter, the better bonus an employee will earn. Reporting for the Dolphin Channel, I'm Ethan Wallhausen. Moving from the job hunt to marijuana, Florida is one step closer to being the next state to allow medical marijuana. With constant controversy of the legalization of marijuana and its effectiveness as a medicine, medical marijuana supporters here in Florida say they have collected enough signatures to make the 2014 ballot. The state needs at least 700,000 signatures from registered voters before the deadline in February. With a collection of more than 1.1 million, a 60% majority vote is the one thing left in order to make medical marijuana legal. Let's head over to sports with Blake Hibden.
The JU men's and women's basketball teams kept the ball rolling. The men managed to win 5 of 9 games throughout late December and early January, but were unable to take advantage of the national spotlight Friday in the River City Rumble, losing to crosstown rival UNF 86-82. Meanwhile, the women struggled, losing 3 straight in the World Vision Challenge in Lubbock, Texas, but picked things up with a 5-game win streak, including the first 2 home games of the semester. Moving across campus to track and field, Lady Dolphins Sade Campbell and Cree Clark swept the ASUN Weekly Awards after their last performances at Wake Forest. Campbell placed first in the 60-meter and the 4x4 relay, with Clark taking an impressive second-place finish at the shot put. The most recent meet in Gainesville ended well for the Dolphins as they won 4 individual awards for the second week in a row. I'm Blake Hibden.
In remembrance of one of America's most influential civil rights leaders, the city gathered on the streets of downtown Jacksonville to pay homage for his enduring character. Citizens of all ages and races gathered in unison along the sidewalks of both East Bay and Water Streets. Mayor Alvin Brown led the parade on foot. Groups that followed played music from local high school bands, while others stepped, danced, and revved motorcycles in remembrance. It was a day filled with peace, liveliness, and acts of kindness. Following this year's theme, Injustice Anywhere is Injustice Everywhere. In campus news, the residential life staff did an overhaul in the Williams lobby. Highlighting many new items in this renovated oasis, Residential Life bought 4 flat-screen televisions, a pool table, a ping-pong table, and furniture. The lobby is open to all JU students with a valid JU ID. Moving to a more serious topic, the TRIO program celebrated its founder and JU's first African-American professor on National TRIO Day. It was a joint celebration in the Terry Concert Hall as members of JU's TRIO program and members of the late Janet Johnson's family gathered to celebrate the success Johnson made through the founding of the Upward Bound program. Robin Johnson spoke on the memories she has of her mother.
I could go on and on. Mom was on a mission. She had big dreams. She had big fun. And she did everything just 100%. She went all the way. And she wanted to change the world.
Johnson gave 30 years of service as a professor and director of TRIO and saw more than 1,400 students participate in the program. Upward Bound at JU was the first TRIO program in Duval County and one of the first in the state. Creativity is in the air as a new semester begins in the Visual Fine Arts Department. Artists Brian Jack and Lily Coonan joined forces in a 3-gallery showcase. Jack centered his pieces on nature and believes that collecting is an important part of his artistry. Inspired by this, he titled his collection To Gather, as he explains that similar objects were shelved and displayed together, and most of his materials were gathered from nature. Combining the words clay and painting, Coonan titled her collection Clinting. She says that she likes playing with the barriers of things, as the materials in her pieces rely on one another through balance. She believes in interactive quality and says several of her pieces used eventually will emerge again. An escape from the hustle and bustle of the city, Jacksonville Beach offers artists a chance to showcase their talents. Reporter Haley Muley went on scene and spoke with a few artists about their artwork.
Along the sandy beaches, local artists display their work for 15 blocks. Not only is art shown for purchase, restaurants and bars open their doors for more customers. One artist, Sarah Bess, loves the atmosphere the art walk has to offer and making dolls for people to enjoy.
The old Raggedy Ann dolls, they're all done and they're all material. And then I have the bears. The bears are all handmade and I designed those myself from scratch. So they're all hand sewn, arms, legs all move and their heads. And the dolls, I try to go back to the old times.
Inspiration is key for artists to escape into their work. For one, the local scenery inspires her paintings.
I really like nature and being outside, and so I look to that a lot for inspiration. I do a lot of kind of abstract landscapes, seascapes, things like that.
Rain or shine, vendors from all over the Jacksonville area gather on the first Tuesday of the month to share their artwork with the city of Jacksonville. Reporting from the Dolphin Channel News, I'm Haley Muley. Your school, your news.
That's going to do it for this edition of Jacksonville University's The Dolphin Channel News. I'm Ethan Waldhausen. We'll see you next time. You can find more of our award-winning work on our YouTube page at youtube.com/The Dolphin Channel by friending us on Facebook or following us on Twitter.